So in today's video, we'll be going from noob to pro in Peroxide. So at the start, I basically grinded mission boards and key space class simultaneously. After mission boards, I would train at the gym until all my stats are 30 or at the max potential they can go. Then I would limit break by talking to NPCs. Once that's done, I achieve over level 15, which is the requirement you need for Shikai, or at least to meditate, and then you have to do a little mini game to achieve your Shikai. So once you finish collecting the orbs, you'll be tasked with killing a rogue Soul Reaper, which can be found on the outskirts of Soul Society. Then either you have to kill, either you have to meditate again, collect orbs, and kill another rogue Soul Reaper, or you have to kill the Jukar. And once you're done with that, you'll be able to fight your Shikai. Once you fight your Shikai, you get your Shikai. Mind blowing. Several attempts to beat my Shikai because skill issue. Very much skill issue. Huh?
Much later.
So after I finished achieving my Shikai, I then used the free product essence to reroll my Shikai element for gravity. I mainly wanted gravity because it was very similar to the One Piece fruit, the Ope no Mi. In Ope's cool because Law uses it. Once I gotten gravity, I immediately went into invasions, and you can access invasions by going through whatever world or whatever race world type of thing. And your race specific world, okay? Your race specific world, and it should be a purple triangle on a purple triangle icon type of thing. Yeah, but after I went to invasions, while I was doing invasions, I absolutely got destroyed by the NPCs because you would get jumped. The place in Hueco Mundo is crazy. There's NPCs pretty much everywhere. You can't go anywhere without finding an NPC. Like, it's absolute everywhere. And if you don't have a disguise, you're getting destroyed. You're getting destroyed. Especially if you're low level and trying new invasions, because they're a good way to gain stats and rank up, that type of thing. Yeah. But you legit can't do it without a disguise. At all. NPCs would not let you go. They would jump you. And it's crazy. And doing invasions, it was a good way to gain stats. If your fight with Kisuke was on cooldown and there weren't any time gates open. Time gates aren't really meant for low levels anyway, though, because pretty much you're fighting players, and majority of people who do time gates are much higher than you. and you would get destroyed. You would need a team of probably max levels or somewhere around that ballpark to actually carry you through it.
Eternity later.
While doing invasions, I encountered a data loss issue. I was just casually farming invasions for stats and levels, and then I pulled Operator's Cape from the chest, which was somewhat similar to Lost Cape from One Piece. But that's besides the point. I equipped the cape and then went into another invasion. But that server, it was an old server. Then I rejoined Peroxide to re-queue again into another invasion because I was farming invasions. And once I rejoined, I saw that my Operator's Cape was now gone. Like, that invasion I did never occurred, and my stats were back to how they were before that invasion.
Hey, what's going on?
After farming a bunch of invasions and ranking up, I was now ready to face my Bankai. But before we get to the Bankai Fight, I must do phase 1 of the stage. And there are 2 phases to this. And the first stage is to break some swords while fighting your spirit. And once you do that, you have finished phase 1. And phase 1 is a checkpoint, so you don't have to do it again if you die in phase 2. But before that, you need to be level 85 plus and have 420 points. And to check if you have enough points, you ask your spirit if you're ready. And if your spirit says you're ready, you can start phase 1 of Bankai, achieving Bankai. Phase 1 was fairly easy, way easier than phase 2. Now you're in phase 2 of achieving your Bankai. You need to kill your spirit and its body. Now, depending on your element, the difficulty it will vary. For example, if you were to have the wind element, it would be probably one of the most easiest fights you would take on. And that's exactly what people do. Most people, they prefer to fight a weaker element. Then, after you defeat the weaker element in its Bankai form, you reroll for the element you would want to use. Because you don't have to do it again. Ever, unless you are sparring your Bankai to gain a longer duration. Your Bankai. Most Bankai fights are fairly difficult, and many people, including myself, have an immense skill issue when facing phase 2 of the Bankai fight, since it's so difficult. You need cheese, and what I mean by cheese is an easier alternative to achieving Bankai, essentially. And that's exactly what I did. I ran a glass canyon build when facing my Bankai, which means I had nothing, or pretty much barely anything, in vitality, and most of my points were into strength. So then I could pretty much 100 to 0 the Bankai boss. Cause if you didn't know, your Bankai boss scales off of your stats and what kind of abilities you have. But not exactly. But like 3 times your stats, which is a lot. Meaning if you did 40 damage per M1, your boss will be doing 120, which is absolutely crazy, and you would get 100-0 if you were to get caught in the combo, of course.